Shells, this is Sonic Arrow with the M4A3E8 Fury, an American Tier 6 premium medium tank, which currently costs 3,750 gold. Now, currently the only way to purchase one of these things is on the gift shop, minimum amount of $30 US. The other package is $100. What you will get for paying this amount of money is the tank itself, 100% crew, and a garage slot. The $30 package will give you 2,600 gold, $100 will give you 2,500 gold. And that's about the only difference. Now, taking a look at some of the stats on the Fury, it has 750 hit points, weighs 34.79 tons fully loaded with a rammer, vertical stabilizer, and coated optics. It's actually about 4 tons heavier than the regular E8. It's got a 500 horsepower engine, so 20 less horsepower than the E8. Top speed of 41.8 kilometers per hour. That's a little bit slower as well, about 3 kilometers per hour, but it's got better traverse speed, 44 degrees per second. And the turret traverse speed, 1 degree slower at 38 degrees per second. Now, important part is the armor. It's got 63 millimeters of armor on its turret all around. But it's not that great. It does have a large mantlet, however. Now we'll talk about that a little bit later. Hull armor is 63 on the front, 38 on the side, and 38 on the back. So you'll have to watch out for, let's say, KV2 with an HE cannon. It'll probably kill you in one shot if it gets a good clean shot on your side or your rear, so make sure to not get shot by them. In fact, from the front, it might actually be able to penetrate. So it's not fun. 370 meter base view range. With my current setup with the crew and the coated optics, I get 412, which is sometimes useful, especially when you're in Tier 8 games. This Fury does not get in any special matchmaking, so you will have to see some Tier 8s sometimes. Alright, first we'll take a look at the E8, the regular one, for a little bit. It's got a little bit more turret armor all around. Actually, no. On the side of the back it's got less, but on the front it has more, which is kind of useful. It does have pretty good gun depression. Oh, I forgot to mention the Fury has 2 degrees less gun depression than the E8, I think. The E8, I believe, is 12 degrees, or negative 12 degrees, and the Fury gets negative 10. But it's still pretty good. You'll just have to watch out because the Fury, even though it does have the same look, the mantlet is not as good as the regular E8, as the Fury is an HT model and the E8 Sherman is not. And well, let's take a look at the cannon first. This is the 76mm gun M4A3E8, which is exactly the same as the one on the Sherman E8. Same stats, same rate of fire, same everything. So it's got an 18.18 round per minute rate of fire, 128 millimeters of penetration with the standard armor-piercing rounds. APCR gets 177 millimeters and an average damage of 115. So it's not looking too good, but it's the same one you get on the E8. You might be able to work with it. Accuracy, not that good, 0.4. Aim time of 2.3 seconds is about average, but the accuracy, it's not very good. I don't really like it, and if you do snipe with it, at least you'll have a high rate of fire, so missing it might not be the end of the world, sometimes. Now we'll take a look, taking a look at the cost. Standard shells, 96 credits. APCR, you'll have to spend 2,800. So you might want to keep some loaded, just not a whole batch. It doesn't generate too much extra credits when I used it. But the Fury looks way better than the regular E8, of course, because it is an HD. Now I believe there is a Fury model that you can download which replaces the regular standard E8 Sherman model with the Fury one, and you'll be able to drive it around and have fun with it. By yourself, of course, because nobody else will be able to see it. They don't have that texture pack installed themselves, unless they have the texture pack installed themselves. So we'll take a look in tank inspector. Here we go. Tank inspector into the collision model. This is what the E8 armor, sorry, the E8 Fury's armor looks like. Oh boy, this is gonna get confusing. The Fury. This is the MacLeod. It's about 89 degrees, a little bit of spaced armor, of course, and then around it is got a blue. That's the rest of the MacLeod basically, and that's got about 117 to 150, 100 to 150. So your turret is not as strong. I guess on the side is about 108 when you are being shot at directly from the front, and then it goes off into a ricochet, obviously, in the auto bounce zone. There is, of course, a commander's hatch, which is weak. And the lower plate, this is about 150 armor. Ooh, drops to 100 up here, but it's got a little bit of an angle, which gives you 158 right there, but it's a tiny strip. And then the rest of it is 60, 65, 50, goes down and up, obviously, because it is a little bit rounded. And now if we compare that to the regular Sherman E8, oh, put that gun back there. The MacLeod is significantly stronger, 168 millimeters thick of spaced armor, and then around it it's got 244 right there, 300, quite strong. And the lower plate also much stronger than the regular Fury. Now, I've been reading around, and I believe what it is that because the Sherman E8 is not an HD version yet, and they weren't looking to make a historically accurate tank when the game came out, and that's when the E8 was introduced, well, they kind of gave it these characteristics, and they're going to leave it for now until they do the HD version. And I don't know what they're going to do with it at that point, but it's not going to be anytime soon. Or at least it's not supposed to be anytime soon. So the E8 is going to be quite a lot better than the Fury. But then again, you do have to work yourself up to the E8 Sherman, and you can just buy the Fury. Here we are on Westfield. It's got a bunch of tier 8s and 7s in the match. We do have a few 6s as well. But being in a Fury, well, you're not gonna last very long against tier 8 cannons firing at you. So I'm gonna head on this direction, and the 2801 is giving me a little bit of push. Don't really need it. This is the little bit on the climbing capabilities of the Fury. Now, I'm gonna just sit back over here, let the scout tank actually do the scouting, and I'll be hiding in a bush. This isn't exactly hiding properly because well, when I fire the cannon, I'll probably be spotted if they're within view range. I'm just checking to see who's behind me. There's a T-37. Doesn't look like he knows he's been spotted, but there you go.
Enemy armor is damaged.
And an A-43 as well. I'm not sure why that guy is there at all. But you can see the accuracy. Well, I mean, you can see the reticule. It's not that great. And I did get some shots at. There's an Indian Panzer. Let's see if we can get a hit on him. Oops, I hit the Comet instead. Sorry. I'm trying to get a few shots in on the Indian Panzer, but it is a tier 8 vehicle, and that's the front of the Indian Panzer, so... Oh, there we go. I got a side shot on the turret. And now there's an IS-6 on this side, so that's not good at all. IS-6 is notoriously difficult to penetrate, and I'm in a tier 6 tank with poor penetration already. So, not looking forward to that, but I am going to move forward this time. We'll see what goes on. IS-6 still. The T-37 has retreated back to the base. And the A-43 is still there. Okay. That's strange. Oh. Okay, there's the IS-6. Nope, the A-43 is coming down. IS-6 is behind a pillar. There we go. Trying to get some shots on the IS-6, but you really have to let this thing aim before you take a shot. It's not that great. So the back of the IS-6, however, there we go, and from the top as well. But now I'm having quite a difficult time penetrating. Okay. Let's continue moving forward. That IS-6 probably not going to come this way. But just in case, I am going to move a little bit forward. Now, at this point, I'm going to try and hide behind the trees so I don't get spotted and they get two-shotted by an IS-6. And unfortunately, there's an A-43. And what's strange is I did not get spotted at this point. I really thought I got spotted there, but that's okay. Oh, and the E2 got him instead. Oh well. Let's just keep moving forward. There's a couple of tank destroyers at the back. Artillery is still available. KV-85. Oh no, the IS-6 is moving up. Oh, that's not good. I'm going to make sure that KV-85 doesn't come around onto this side, which would be a bad idea. I mean, it's a good idea for him. It'd be bad if I was caught out in the open. And a Jackson just took out the VK-3002M. Switching to APCR just so I can have a chance of penetrating the IS-6. So I do know that Jackson's back there sniping, and if I get spotted by this IS-6, I will get sniped at as well. And the Jackson has a 90mm cannon, so not looking too good. Okay, back to the regular rounds. Let's see if we can get some spots on the artillery. Oh, there's the Sir Emile. There's the M12. I've got a very minimal look at the M12. Oh, and the Borsa got him. Now, where's that Jackson? Not where the Pershing is anymore. So let's see if he went down below. Oh, spotted the Jackson. And looks like he's given up. So that's too bad. I'm still getting get a few shots in. This is at 320 meters and you can see the reticle. There's not much aiming for weak points. And I still don't get the kill. So there you go. So that wasn't an extremely good game. 522 experience for that game. But it was a lot of tier 8s. I did 1,168 damage. But no spotting of my own really. 29 shots fired, 15 hit, 11 penetrations. So there's the accuracy for you. Now we are on Ruinberg. It's a tier 7 battle, so not as bad as the tier 8. So let's see what we can do in this match. The enemy team this time does have a Fury on their team, but there's a KV-2, and that's pretty much the thing I'm most worried about. It's the artillery. KV-2s, anything with a large HE cannon. So, I'm gonna move out towards the small town over here where the Cromwell is. And, okay, well, we just had a Chaffee run into their base. Doesn't look like too many things are coming on this side. There's a Fury and one tank destroyer coming in this direction. So there's the Tiger 1. And you can see the accuracy is not that great. I'm hitting the cannon on the Tiger 1, so that's not very effective. and the lower plate is too well angled, unfortunately. Oh, there we go. Forget it. But you can see, rate of fire is pretty good. Reloads the cannon in 2.85 seconds. Now at this point, you have all seen at least one match in the Fury. So, the Fury, in my opinion, not that great. Oh, and I got spotted here. So, time to take out the Leopard. It's not that great. You have to lead a lot when you're sniping. The accuracy is not good. But it can turn pretty well. Now, this is probably because I've never really played in a regular Sherman E8 before. My route through the American medium line was through the E2, which had armor on the front. And it was quite slow as well. And I'm also not very good with medium tanks in general. So if you are a heavy tank person, you might want to not buy the Fury. Leave that for later on when it goes on special if you really want one. But that's just my opinion. I might not be playing this correctly, but with my playstyle, I don't really know if you should be getting a Fury. It's mediocre, average, slightly below average. I used to hate the Panzer IV-S, but that seems to perform a little bit better than this. It does have a turret which can bounce a few things. And look at that accuracy. That was not the weak point. Oh, and look at that. The turret of the Fury not stopping another Fury's cannon. So you could say I'm firing righteous fury at this guy, but it's not really. It's just regular armor-piercing rounds, and the armor is not holding up at all. That's right into the turret. I think it was into the turret, at least. And now I'm in trouble. The city team is gone, and I'm running from whatever is firing at me. So there we go. Now, of course, a shot into the side will damage the fuel tanks of any tank, but that was pretty fast, actually. You never know; it could be just luck on the AMX's part. Now, it's not looking too good. We got a Hellcat chasing a Dicker Max, and we'll see what's over here. Oh, and it's the VK on full health. So let's back out of there. I do have 2 artillery for support. Hopefully they have not been spotted by the VK. So I'm going to keep this VK spotted. Oh, he's looking for a shot. I'm going to back up just a little bit. There we go. Make him miss a shot. And make myself miss that shot as well. Need to keep him spotted. There we go. Artillery gets him. We still got a 2801 somewhere. Oh. And hiding again. Gonna try and keep this AMX spotted. Cromwell's going around for an attack. Okay. Let's get some spots off. Now I'm gonna try and hide the tank behind this rubble. Ooh, that was close. And the tank is actually quite large. And one more. Oh, that was the side of the tank, unfortunately. Is he gonna stop looking at me? There we go. It looks like, oh, he's gonna turn back again. We'll let the Cromwell take care of him. There we go. Now it's the KV-2 on quite a lot. Oh, not anymore. 161 health. There's 1 artillery and a Dicker Max left on the enemy team. So we're looking okay so far. Cromwell wants me to follow him, and I think it's actually a good idea to stick that together, because the KV-2 can only kill one of us. Yeah, Panther is going in for the KV-2. Cromwell's going to turn around now. So a little bit of indecision here on both of our parts. And I'm going to move forward just in case the Cromwell actually needs some support. Cromwell is much faster, And in fact, I think the Cromwell is a little bit better than the regular E8 Sherman and the Fury, of course. Oh, and this is my moment of indecision. Forgot that this was a 76mm cannon with an average damage of... what was it? I keep on switching cameras. There we go. 115 average damage. Totally forgot about that. I'm used to at least 150 on some of these cannons at tier 6. So I was hoping for a high roll, and unfortunately the Fury can never roll that high. At least I don't think so. So that's too bad. We got a Cromwell here. Here we go, artillery, ammo racks, the Dicker Max, which is nice. And it's just one artillery left. This Cromwell does a great job. Now while we watch these guys take care of the one artillery, more thoughts on the Fury. I already told you a little bit about it. I don't really like it, but it's okay. If you like the E8 Sherman, you'll probably like the Fury. If you don't like the E8 Sherman, you'll probably not like the Fury. The Fury is, in essence, an M4A3E8 Sherman. Or was it? I'm not sure about the numbers. It's an E8 Sherman with less armor on the turret, less on the lower plate. It's a little bit slower, a little bit fatter, and it turns a little bit better. That's about it. So it's really up to you if you want to purchase one of these things. Now, there we go. Artillery killed and some stats. First class mastery badge, 909 points of experience earned with 1,173 points of damage done to the enemy. 3 kills, 25 shots fired, 18 hit, 14 penetration. So the rate of fire is there, but you do miss a lot. And you don't always penetrate what you're shooting at. You have to have knowledge of weak points and be pretty close, and also avoid fire at the same time. That's what I got on the tier 6 American premium medium tank, the Fury, so far. I will be playing the tank more, but I just want to put out this video first thing as soon as I get it and see if I like it or not. Then maybe later on I'll make another video, maybe in a few months after I've played it a lot more, and see if anything's changed. So, thanks for watching. Please press that like button and leave some comments. I'll see you in future videos.